It's backwards. Doesn't matter. Y'all can read it. Resistance is futile. Vintage electronic guy. So if anybody's, that is a schematic version of a resistor. And that is the would be it's out of circuit right now. That's completing an easier circuit. If that was open, then it would go through the resistor. Anyways, enough nerdy talk. This video is for all the patriots out there and all the new subscribers. I thank you so much. It's such a wonderful thing. Gosh almighty, this is amazing. I'm over 10,000 subscribers. Never thought I'd be here. Never thought I'd be here, meaning like I never thought I'd be a YouTuber, because I've never done YouTube videos. I'm not much of a selfie-taking person. I did have a Facebook account, but Zark Muckerberg, about a year, maybe 2 years ago, it started getting pretty clamped down. This is whenever this is back in 2020, whenever they were trying to get a lock on things. Well, anyways, let me make it quick. Posted something said, hey man, somebody posted something had a rebel flag on it. And they said, I hope this doesn't offend anybody. And I was like, check it out. It's cool. Freedom of speech. Do whatever. And my post got took down. I didn't post the rebel flag, somebody else did, but I just posted, hey man, check it out, it's freedom of speech, do whatever. They took it down and said it was political and racist. So without the algorithm knowing it, because a lot of people get on Facebook and go, I think I'm going to take a break. The algorithm sees that, picks it up, and then uses that later on and manipulates you through other searches to get back on Facebook. I was like, let me tell you something, algorithm. I didn't say nothing. I just click. Turn the Facebook off. I was like, this is how it's going to be. I'd already seen all the negative ads against our wonderful president that we had, Donald Trump, that I just said, this is enough. I can't do this. I can see what they're trying to do, and I'm not going to give him 1 minute of my time, because I've got a whole lot better things to do, which is this right here, and let's bring the truth to you guys. So thank you all. Thank you, Neil Johnson, for the shout out. Neil Johnson, I didn't even know it, but people were going to my chats, and Neil Johnson gave you a shout out, man. Come check you out. And so, man, my subscriptions went up exponentially. And then it's all uphill. So thank you so much, Neil Johnson. A special thanks goes out to lots of other YouTubers out there who have given me a prop up. These YouTubers that are trying to save America are doing a wonderful justice to bring everybody together. Us YouTubers, everybody. We're all working as one. We're one movement, just blowing through things. So, with that being said, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in Wisconsin. Wisconsin Supreme Court now has held up the ruling that the paper drop boxes are to remain banned in the 2022 process for checking people. Now, that's a code word for all the new people watching. Now, I hope you know what I'm talking about, because 2020, we can't just say what it is, because YouTube comes down on us with a communist iron fist. But being the fact that Wisconsin ruled these boxes of droppage, illegalage, and now that they're going to carry that through the April 2022 process of checking, or process of people picking, that means that we're going to have a lot more fair shot of what's going on and choosing our leaders, and that could make a big difference in the end day. So there was an injunction. Okay, so this all started out way back in when this all happened. I'll try to read through it real fast so that I can make this video short, because I know everybody's got a lot to do. It's a beautiful Saturday. It's an excellent Saturday to be outside here in North Carolina anyways. The WEC issued memos to Wisconsin clerks of this is back in 2020 of their use, stating that absentee papers do not need to be mailed by the V's or delivered by the V's in person to the municipal clerk. That's a tongue tie. Can't talk this morning. But instead could be dropped into a box that's for these things and all that there and all. Okay, now we all know how that went down, and this broke the Wisconsin's law. So the local attorney attempted to get the drop boxes removed through the court, since they had not been put in place by the legislator. This contradicted the Wisconsin Constitution requirements. But her case was eventually dismissed without comment by Wisconsin Supreme Court. Sarge Joros bought and paid for that. All right. Anyways, I don't want to freak anybody out with the Biden whisper, but it kind of it has somewhat of an affectancy as far as making things seem really bad. This case was appealed to the appeals court. The court stayed the action from the lower court. This also went to the state Supreme Court. On Friday, the Wisconsin Supreme Court voted to keep the papers banned from the upcoming April people picking process. Good deal. Now, I live in North Carolina, and Madison Madison Cawthorn is an excellent patriot. He's facing a lot of backlash due to the fact that he's standing up for the Americans as a Republican, not as a rhino. And so what we've got is they're attacking him with certain strategic places to try to, or placements to try to get him off the ballot. So if you're in North Carolina, please call your North Carolina constituents and put in a word for Cal Hawthorne to let everybody know that he's a good dude. And then, so Waukesha County, by the way, it talks a little bit about Waukesha County. That man, I'll tell you a little bit about that right quick. I'm really glad to hear about that in Wisconsin, but I'm going to move on for a second to this right quick here, which means that Auditor Brian Gales identified nearly 100,000 papers in Georgia that were invalid. Raffensperger blew this off. Now, this was known whenever these things were brought to light. These were brought to light before these things were certified, and he'd certified them anyways. And we all know what happened whenever Donald Trump called Raffensperger, giving him a fighting chance to make things right, and he chopped the phone call up and then released the confidential phone call to mainstream media in an edited form to make Donald Trump look like he was trying to conjure up stuff as in the V's, okay? That try to smear Trump, but there was a strategic moment. This isn't over. I was in a podcast with Liz Harris yesterday, and we were talking about ongoing investigations that are currently taking place. There's a lot of stuff going behind the scenes. Brnovich has stuff going on. We don't know yet. I don't know yet. I didn't want to ask her too much because I feel like that right now they're trying to keep things a little under wrap to have a legitimate investigation. So if we're not hearing anything, please don't give up. Don't give up. I know there are a lot of things in the works. Trust me, y'all. I'm not trying to sell you false hopium, but I know that things are on the up and up. We're doing a whole lot better now than we were a year ago, and that's a whole opposite effect of what we're used to seeing when it comes to problems in our process of picking. We've had these things come up before where they just got blew under the rug and nobody did anything. After 2 weeks, nobody talked about it. This is almost 2 years later, and we're still rolling on with our integrity. We know something happened. So please know that since this has been going on, this hasn't went anywhere. We're still here. I'm still here. I know I've been reporting a lot on the convoy because that's a big intricate part of what's going on with our nation and how we're going to end up. So by supporting them, helps to drive a narrative over here. So please forgive me for not bringing a whole lot of PPP news. There hasn't been a whole lot either. This is some new stuff that just came out. So with that being said, let's get a little bit more. We do know that this is really cool. I'm really excited about this. Representative Lauren Boebert, which is a super, super awesome patriot chick. She's got it going on. She's kicking butt in Congress. She is not... she had a little mishap where she apologized for some things said, and I think she learned real quick we don't do that anymore, and we're not going to hold that against her. So, Lauren Boebert, you rock on, girl. She's young and learning. Give her a break because she's just stepped into all this. And Marjorie Taylor Greene learned the same way. We're all learning, but it's okay, because I'm learning too. I learn every day out here. If I don't learn, then I ain't alive. But Representative Lauren Boebert and Dan Bishop introduced the Hunter Act, which will prevent taxpayers from funding free crack pipe the programs. They're going to call it the Hunter Act. And this is going to go through Congress, and they're going to be like, voting on the Hunter, even if it doesn't pass, it's going to bring awesome PR on our side, really crappy PR on the left side, because that's going to make them have to talk about it. So that's a really cool thing. Be looking for some stuff to come out about that. Then you've got a lot of stuff going on right now still with the convoy. I'll give you a little news about that. They're talking about trying to arrest people at the U.S.-Canada border. People aren't moving. People aren't going anywhere, and nobody's backing down. It's just a beautiful thing. At this point, whenever you find that line in the sand where you decide to, this is it. especially when you know that your livelihood is in danger anyways, and anything you do is probably going to put you in the same place that they're trying to, they want to lock you up. I'm going to get locked up anyways. You're going to do this anyhow. So let's just go ahead and try it now, nip this in the bud. And so these people have not backed down. They're still holding their ground, and they're blocking things, man, and make it just, what it does is it causes a disruption in the politician's pocket because of the fact they can't collect sales tax and they can't sell things. It's a little tough on us as consumers, but it's us as consumers need to know that we stand behind our freedoms. And sometimes freedom shouldn't come easy. Good things don't come easy, okay? And we've been sitting back for too long watching our freedoms not working for them, and they've been taking them because we haven't been doing such. So when all this goes down, don't be mad at the truckers. Be glad that somebody stood up, because otherwise, what else are we going to do? We're trying to do this right now through information and through peaceful protests. And I think that we're doing a wonderful job as patriots. And us uniting with people in Canada makes us stronger, because now Canada's like, so you think about borders. Okay, borders are good. There's several ways to break through borders. You can cross illegally, or you can unite spiritually, okay? And uniting spiritually is what we've done with Canada. They know that we stand with them. That makes us strong. So it's like having a big brother. But the big brother can be either one of them. So if something goes down over here, Canada's going to stand up for us. If something goes down up there, we're going to stand up for them. Sorry, Mexico, we don't care. I don't mean that, but it's just, anyhow. So, video's getting a little bit long, but I want to thank everybody. Thank you so much. I hope you made it through the whole thing. There's other things that I want to bring to you right quick. Let me just talk about this one other little thing. The Waukesha parade killer, Darrell Brooks, pleads not guilty to 77 counts after ramming his car through the Christmas parade, killing 6 innocents. Oh, last but not least, meet Joe Biden's new Department of Energy. Hire a gender-fluid drag queen into kinks related to animal role-playing. And like I say, all these articles I will link in the description, because the visual is, Sam Brinton, gender-queer drag queen into BDSM, which is not an engine part. I promise you that. It sounds like something you would put on top of a motor to get more horsepower, but it's not. Has been appointed to oversee the U.S. nuclear power plants. Okay? Sam Brinton will be the Deputy Assistant Secretary of Spent Fuel and Waste Disposition in the Energy's Department of Office of Nuclear Energy, Politico reported. Brinton is a non-binary drag queen into kink with they, them pronouns, okay? And, anyhow, I'll link the article in the description. Brenton is also a pup handler, which means the picture says it all. For me to describe it just doesn't really, I don't feel right describing it, but if you want to, this guy is going to be overseeing a large section of our nuclear energy program, okay? I can't say any more. Anyways, so, thank you everybody, thank you everybody, thank you everybody. We are winning in big ways. The left is backing down right now because of the fact they know the 2022 selection process is coming. And they know that their lies aren't working. They know that their narrative isn't working. They know that we see right through them. However, they also think that we're extremely stupid, on top of the fact that they're going to try to save face by flipping 180 degrees in less than 2 days. No. So anybody watching this video and you see all this stuff happening, don't think we fixed anything. We haven't won yet. We're not done. This is only a plight of the left to try to get somewhere. We win when these people are wood chippered. When anybody watches my man Salty Cracker knows what I'm talking about. When you get wood, we need to buy wood chippers. We need to buy cages to put them in, cages to hold them, then a little door to shoot them down. When they get the wood chipper, that's when we can sit down. Otherwise, when you think they're going away this easily, you got another thing coming. They're just backing down so that they can keep themselves in power. So whenever things get back out of 2022, they can ramp up their crap. They're trying everything in their power to let Klaus Schwab, Soros, Joros, and Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates take over. Okay? It's not going to happen. Everything is on our hands. We are the public. We are the people. We are the country. Okay? So everybody remember that. Don't you dare let these lefties think you otherwise. One person is powerful. One person is so powerful that it scares them to death, that they spend all their money trying to demoralize one person at a time to take away their power, what's just up here. Okay? PSYOP they're running isn't going to work. Drive the internet with our patriot narrative. Make the AI do what we say to do. And also go check out Shannon at Devoted Patriots, because that guy right there is working hard, man. He's a hard-working dude. He's just a regular guy like me, putting out the videos. He's never done a YouTube channel before. This is all new to us. This is a comfort zone we ain't even used to. But we're out here working like crazy because we love America and we love you guys. So thank you so much for sticking around through this whole video. Lots of love, and God is in control.